Okay, guys, if you don't want to spend the first half of 2022 in jail, do not tamper with the fire alarm. This is especially important this time of year, especially in the northern half of the country where people are trying to stay warm because it is so cold outside and people are not careful and then fires double. And this is the thing that is going to alert you. So never mess with this. I mean, you don't unscrew the alarm off the wall. You don't do any of that. You leave it alone. And you only pull it if there is a fire, or if you have permission to, or if you have a fire alarm in your house that doesn't contact the fire department. But other than that, do not pull this. If you pull this for fun, you are going to get in big trouble. You are going to get fined, and you are going to get arrested for reporting a false alarm. To stay out of jail, don't tamper with fire alarms. Never tamper with fire alarms. These are not toys. These are life safety devices. So never tamper with this. This is very important. I mean, many kids in this country are about to return to school after winter break. And one of the rules is don't tamper with fire alarms in schools. Don't pull them for fun. Don't unscrew them off the wall. Don't do any of that. Leave the alarm the way it is. I mean, kids that are pulling fire alarms in schools for fun are going to get expelled. Why are kids pulling fire alarms in schools across this country? Is because they don't want to go to class and they want to get out of a test and they think it's funny to pull the alarm. Let me tell you, it is not. It is not funny to pull the alarm. It is a felony to pull the alarm. Never do it. If you pull the fire alarm at school, you are going to get in big trouble, possibly even arrested. You are definitely going to get expelled from school if you pull that alarm. So never do it unless there is a real fire, or if you have permission to by your principal to do it during a drill, or if you have permission to test the building's alarm system, or if kids have their own fire alarm system at home. But other than that, do not pull the alarm. I mean, back when I was in elementary school, there were kids that would pull the alarm because they think, excuse me, because they thought it was funny to, but it's not. It is not funny to pull the alarm. If you pull the alarm for fun, you are putting other people's lives in danger. No good. So never pull the alarm unless there is a fire, or if you have permission to, or if you have your own alarm at home. But other than that, do not pull the alarm. I never pulled the alarm before in any building, and I never ever will because I am smart. I know better not to pull the alarm unless there is an emergency. Or if I have permission to, or if I have an alarm of my own, like this one. So, when you go back to school next week in person, make sure that you don't pull the alarm, or else you are going to get suspended from school or even expelled. I mean, kids that pull the fire alarm in schools in this country are never going to come back. I mean, kids that pull fire alarms in schools are not be able to come back to school. The last time that someone has ever pulled the alarm in my school was back in April of 2016 when I was still in elementary school. I have not seen anyone pull the alarm in a long time, which is good because people are smart in my school. And never in my life have I ever seen anyone take an alarm off the wall or do any of that in a school or in any public place. To all the people that like to pull fire alarms for fun, you better grow up because this is not acceptable. This will land you into jail. Take my words of advice very seriously. This is not a joke. Pulling the fire alarm when there is no fire, or if you don't have permission to, will result in major consequences. So, never ever do it. Think twice before you go out and pull the alarm for fun. Never do it. Only do it if there is a real fire. Only in a fire is when you pull it. Or if you have permission to, or if you have an alarm of your own. Fire alarms are only to be pulled when there is a real fire. Bye.